All right? Disclaimer for YouTube, ain't on my music. If you have music in the background, ain't on my music. All right? Ain't on my music. I do not owe it. I ain't playing. I don't need it. All right? We're just doing the work of the Most High. All right? So, we got to keep that in mind. Esau come out with a lot of lies. He made up a lot of lies. He's a liar. He's the father of lies. You got to understand that. So he made up a lot of things. Okay? He made a lot of things. So let's read it. He said, last week the Charlotte Observer reported Charlotte is one of several cities in North Carolina that are experiencing gas shortages. Right? That's what they say. According to Gas Buddy, which track gas prices across the country. So they got this, this company, or is an app or whatever, what they do, what do? They track the gas prices over the whole country, over Babylon. Okay, understand that, right? Okay. Right, it's a fears of a shortage appear to be leading more people to buy gas, you see? Exacerbating the problem. According to some anecdotal report, you see, it's a local school district in the metro area are also watching the current situation closely. Charlotte Mecklenburg School spokesman Brian Hacker told the Observer that they are in contact with the supplier daily and are continuing to get food. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper issued a state of emergency on Monday, saying doing so will prepare the state for food supply, right? Interruption and ensure motorists are able to have access to food. Cooper also talked with Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm and other federal officials on Tuesday about the situation, which was yesterday, saying in a tweet, we have a full court press to get the Colonial Pipeline back up and fully operating quickly. You see that? Colonial Pipeline experienced a cyber attack, right, on its energy infrastructure on Friday. You say last Friday. That's what I used to say. Forcing it to shut down 5,500 miles of pipeline to contain the breach. A number of states in the southeast are experiencing gas shortage, right? Hey, that's what I used to say, man. Hey, it's all judgment, man. Let's go right here. And this is nothing, right? Let's go right here. Let's go right here. Let's go right here, okay? Right, the eyes of the Most High, right? The eyes of the Most High is upon Babylon, man. This is Babylon the Great. You don't understand it? This is Babylon the Great. Let's go right here. Let's go in the book of Revelation, right? We'll go in the book of Revelation, right? Go over there, right? This is the book of Revelation, okay? Let's read it. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, right? So we'll see now what's about to happen to America, right? What is going to happen to America? What's going to happen to Babylon the Great? All right, let's read it. This is the book of Babylon. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, Salakia. Revelation 18 and verses 1. And after this thing, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is falling, is become the habitation of devils. So understand that this kingdom, right, is the habitation of devils. That's why you got all type of evil spirit operating in this kingdom. That's why you see a lot of going on, man. That's why you see, father killing son, son killing father, mother killing daughter, daughter killing mother. You see, brother killing brother. You see, hey, come on, man. You see shooting everywhere. This got shot yesterday, 25 over here, 6 over there. You see more evil, man. Evil is happening all over the world, man. We understand that. Okay? Okay? We understand that it's evil all over the world. Okay? We understand that it's evil all over the world, man. But guess what? The Most High is about to lay hand on Babylon the Great. And slowly, man, this is just the beginning, man. It's just the beginning. Shortage of gas and people freaking out, that's nothing yet, buddy. You're going to have to learn how to walk to go to work. Okay? Understand that? You're going to have to learn how to walk to go to work. Maybe you may want to start planning buying a bike. Because guess what? Maybe it does not happen this day. They'll fix back the pipeline again. Esau will be able to fix back the pipeline, right? Babylon the Great will be able to fix back, and there will be gas everywhere. But guess what? Eventually, the Most High is going to bring some heavy hand on this kingdom. And what's going to happen? There will be definitely shortage of a lot of stuff. And some of you rely on the car, you won't be able to operate. That's why you got to learn how to jog. Maybe you want to learn how to start walking, how to use a bike or a bicycle. You got to learn those things. Maybe it might help you. You might want to start learning those things, because guess what? When it's all done, it's settled, guess what? You won't have no access to no car, man. You won't be able to drive. How are you going to survive? How are you going to survive? Shalom, King. Shalom, King. How are you going to survive? How are you going to survive? Right? Because this kingdom is going to fall. Whether you believe it or not. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But it shall fall as the Most High prophesied. The Most High has said it. Ain't nobody changing it. You can't change it. Okay? Then let's read it. It says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. Is fallen, is become the habitation of devils. So you got multitude of devils that live in this kingdom. Multitude of devils. Not only 1 million, you got multitude of devils. Okay, there's some of them in suit and tie. You see them in suit and tie walking back and forth, and you're thinking, you see some of them on your TV. You see some at your work, man. You see some in the street. There's a lot of devils in this kingdom. Okay, understand that? Okay? Let us read it. He said what? And the whole of every foul spirit, every nasty, filthy, dirty spirit, he said you find in Babylon. You're going to find it right here in this kingdom. Right? Like upside down lifestyle. Upside down lifestyle. Right? Men with men, women with women, doing that which is unseemly. Like no fear of the Most High. Bringing wicked invention all over the places. Convincing people to deal with Satan. Right? Just deceiving the people, forcing the people to go receive lollipop or do whatsoever they can, just to bring the people to death, man. And they don't understand it. Convincing everybody. They're paying people to come on the TV to advocate for something that is deadly. Then they make it sound is good. Something that is a weapon, biological weapon that they use against the children of the Most High. But the Most High said we shall be delivered out of it. So you go ahead and do your nasty thing as you usually do, so. But the Most High said we shall be delivered out of it, man. Right? So shortage of gas in North Carolina or South Carolina, that's nothing, buddy. It's just the beginning, man. It's just one. It's just like one phase or one baby step, man, for the destruction of this kingdom, man. He said, and the whole of every foul spirit. Imagine every foul spirit. Every foul spirit. You know what does it mean? The word foul. Let's take a look at it. What does it mean, foul? Every foul spirit. Let's go to it. Because words in English, they have it sometimes to understand. Let's take a look at it. What is foul spirit? What kind of spirit is the Most High referring to, right? What kind of spirit? Right, let's go to it. We're going to go right here. Bear with me. We're going to go to it. Let's see what the Most High referred to when he said every foul spirit. Right? Because some of y'all don't understand. We're going to show you what is the meaning of the word foul. What does it mean? What is the Most High referring to? Right? The Most High is making a point, man. The Most High is making a point. Alright, let's go to it. I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to ask Google the definition of the word foul. Let's see what it means, the word foul. Right? Let's see. Let's see what it means. Foul is written in the F-O-U-L. Right? Let's see. Understand that, man. The Most High words are super heavy. The words of the Most High, they're very, very heavy. Okay? Heavy than all the hammer of this world. You combine them together, the word of the Most High, see, beat them up. Foul definition. Watch this. Hola, hermana. ¿Tiene un minuto por la palabra de Dios? ¿Eh? Hey, mira, esa cosa, esa idolatría, ponga en la basura. Camandola esa idolatría. Ok, ponga en basura. Esa importa, acuérdate, ¿eh? Esa basura, ponga en basura. let's see. Okay, foul definition, right? There we go. There we go. Let's read it now. Foul definition. Okay, let's see what Google has to say. There we go. There we go, man. And you're gonna tell me it's the Roman Catholic Church? No, man. It's talking about literally a place where you got multitude of people living. That's Babylon, man. A place where you got a multitude of people. The Catholic Church is just a name of a man, of a religion that was created by men. Understand that? So the Most High is not talking about the Catholic Church. The Most High is talking about a landmass where you got people living in. Understand that? Okay, so understand that. Because this is the word foul. Okay, you see the word foul right there? I just want to show it to you. The word foul. Right? Let's read that definition. It's a foul. Offensive to the senses. Imagine that. It's a offensive to the senses. All the senses that you hear it. Your eye doesn't want to see. You don't want to smell it. Right? You don't want to touch it. He said, listen, offensive to the senses. Senses. All the 7 senses. Understand that? The smelling, the touching, the eating, blah, blah. Listen, you name it. He said, especially through having a disgusting smell or taste or being unpleasantly soiled. Imagine that. That's horrible. Hola, Señor. ¿Tiene un minuto por la palabra de Dios?
A la próxima.
¿Eh?
A la próxima.
All right. All praise to the Most High. All right. All right. That's the first definition. You see that? He said unpleasantly soiled. Imagine. It's something horrible. So the Most High is saying you're going to see the most wicked people, the most wicked spirit. That's why they push for gun violence. That's why they bring war, abortion clinics into all the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian neighborhood. That's why we got to be on the project, right? That's why they go in the lab, right, and they design biological weapon, and they bring it out, and they write about it. They say all type of nonsense, weakness about it. They use the propaganda, right? The news media, or whatsoever you name it, and what do? And they make the people believe it. And the people just buy into it and believe it. And that's what we see every day, because our people, they don't want to study the Bible. They don't want to go to the source of life. They don't want to go to the book of instruction. The Bible, right, is the only book, man. That's the book of life, right? It is not the book of Esau. Understand that? Because there's no promise in it for Esau in the Bible. So it is impossible that that's in his Bible. He happened just to lay his hand on him. Why? Because we're living in the midst of sin. So understand that. He said, well, second definition. Let's read it. He said, well, wicked or immoral. Imagine that. He said wicked. So another definition of the word foul, it just means what? Wicked or immoral. So understand that. That's why you see women dealing with women, men with men, doing that which is unseemly, going against the Most High, blasphemy, right? Sleeping with dogs, bestiality, doing all type of nonsense and weakness, right? So let us continue, right? Because we want everybody to get understanding, right? Let's continue, man. Let's go back to this, right? I already finished that article. We're gonna jump into another article again, but let me address that point first, right? He said, well, a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Imagine that, man. One of the Most High is super heavy. He said, well, every unclean and hateful bird. Now, when you read that, you think the Most High is talking about the bird? No, the Most High is not literally talking about the bird flying in the sky, man. The Most High is talking about men and women. Men and women from all the nation. Wicked Israelite men and women, wicked Edomite, and the list goes on and on and on. The Most High is not talking about the birds you see them hanging on the tree. No, the birds, they don't do no evil. Okay? They don't do no evil like men do evil. Understand that? Unless you train them to do so, then they'll do it. Right? But the bird, the Most High referring to the bird, the Most High referring to men and women. The Most High called them, they were, let's read it again. He said, and he cried mightily with a strong voice saying, Babylon, the great America, the United States of America, understand that, right? Is falling, and is become the habitation of devils and the home of every foul spirit and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird, every unclean and hateful man and woman. Understand that it's plain and simple. Okay, plain and simple. You don't understand this, then you're gonna have to pray to the Most High. Make sure you keep in the commandment, right? And then you're gonna have to fast probably, right? Pray eventually the Most High might give you understanding. Now if you don't understand still after that, bro, you gotta continue to work on your own self. Sister, you gotta continue to work on your own self. You gotta make improvements, right? You gotta examine your ways, the thing that you do. Okay, that's what he said. For all nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right? You see that? And the kings, the president, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. So it can be the Roman Catholic Church. It can't be the Roman Catholic Church. Why? Because when you take a look at the Ishmaelite, okay, the people that follow, Islam, guess what? Do they bow down to the Catholic Church? They do not. So it cannot be the Roman Catholic Church. Understand? Guess what? Guess what? Do the Arabs or the Ishmaelite, right? Do they bow down to America? Yes, they do bow down to America. Understand that? Okay? So stop launching, man. The East Indian. Do they bow down to the Roman Catholic Church? Do they have business with the Roman Catholic Church? No, they don't have any business with them. They have their own religion, their own weakness that they do, that they follow. So what made you believe it? Who told you, who deceived you believing in the Catholic Church? It's not the Catholic Church. Wake up. It's talking about a lane mass. Just as the ancient Babylon, which is located where in the land that we know as Iraq today. Understand? So stop launching and stop making up things, man. Stop making doctrine of, don't do that, buddy. Because it's going to be war, the treatment onto you. So you gotta watch out. Okay? He said, for all nations have drunken of the wine, so the philosophy. The wine, the Bible is referring to the philosophy, the lie, the doctrine of devils, the thing that they teach. They make you believe, yeah, join here with Satan. Yeah, come and sleep with Satan. Yeah, come and do this. Come and the people buy into it. They believe it. That's the wine right here. That's the wine. Okay? It's a doctrine of devils, lie. Right? He said, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, the president, the prime minister. They have committed what? Fornication, right? With her. And the merchant of the earth are what's rich. The merchant of the earth. Best line. Google, Toyota, Honda, Kawasaki, Subaru, Mercedes, right? And the list goes on, no, man. It said, through the abundance of her delicacy, America loves delicacy. Okay, understand that? They love delicacy. America loves delicacy. They love delicacy. They love it, right? They want this, they want that, they want this, they want that, they want this. That's why you see, pretty much everybody want a brand new car. Everybody want a brand new car. You see that? Everybody want a brand new car, even though they cannot afford it. They'll go take a loan and they'll buy a brand new car. They love delicacy. You see what I'm saying? Even though they don't have money to buy the car, they'll go take a loan from the bank. Why? Because America loves delicacy, right? They want this, they want that, they want the fine flower, they want this Gucci, this. They love delicacy, man. You gotta understand what the Most High is talking about. So you gotta stop deceiving your own self, or your mama, or your papa, or the Christian church, or your pastor make you believe that, okay, you know what? It's the Roman Catholic Church. No, it's not the Roman Catholic Church. Okay? Because I don't see no delicacy in the Roman Catholic Church. They ain't got no delicacy. There's no delicacy in the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, understand that? Let us continue to say in verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of heaven, my people, that ye be not partaker of her sins. So the Most High said, to ye so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, don't follow the way of America. Don't do it. Don't you live with them? You live with this heathen? Don't follow their way. The Most High already told us from the beginning, from the time of Moses until all the way down to John the Revelator. The Most High repeated the same thing over and over. To a rebellious, stiff-necked, a very evil nation. A very evil nation, the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian. They hate the Most High. They hate the Bible. They hate the law, the commandment of the Most High. They hate the spirit of the Most High. Because they don't care. They only worry about their vain opinion, weakness. That's all they got in their mind. The Most High said, don't celebrate Mother Days. Don't celebrate Father Days. Your birthday, the Most High hate it. And that's why the Most High is going to kill some of you. You celebrate Mother Day, your birthday, Feliz Cumpleaños, or you celebrate, Happy New Year, the Most High will kill you because the Most High hate those things. The Most High is not with it. You can't do it. You got to understand that. You can't do those things, man. You got to repent and keep the commandment as soon as possible. You got to do it. Ain't no time postponing with the Most High. You can't postpone with the Most High because you don't know if you're going to die tomorrow. Do you know if you wake up tomorrow? You don't know if you wake up tomorrow. So why are you postponing? Why can't you wake up and start doing it right now? Start applying the law, the commandment of the Most High. Stop following the wicked way of this kingdom. Okay? If the woman you spend, tell your wife you can't use pen. You gotta let them know that's the Most High. Alright? You gotta stand up with the Most High. Okay, the Most High say, come out of here, my people. Come out of here, my people. You gotta leave the way of Babylon. You gotta leave the way of Babylon alone. If they do this, he say, I can't do it. Because it's against my belief. It's against my belief. I can't do that. We don't do that. We don't operate like that. It's pure and simple. You stand up for the truth, the Most High will fight for you. The Most High, Yahweh, He will stand for you. He will defend you. That's what the Most High says. Strive for the truth until death. And the Lord Yahweh shall fight for thee. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind, man. You got to come out from the way of Babylon. Don't follow their way. Don't follow the pagan day. The pagan day that they do. They eat pork. They want to eat shrimp. They want to do. Don't do it. Because it's going to kill you. Don't do it. That's it. Don't do it. He said, let's read it. He said, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven. That's the Most High speaking, man. The Most High speaking. All right? And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of here, my people. You see, my people. He didn't say everybody. He didn't say the Christian church. No. He said, my people. That's what the Bible say, man. My people, because the Most High, He has a people. The Most High has a people. And that's what the Bible spoke about from Genesis all the way down to the book of Revelation. That's what the Bible's talking about, man. But the people don't understand. Let's go right here, man. Because the Most High, He got a chosen nation. Understand that? The Most High, He got a chosen nation. Let's just go right here. The Most High, He got a chosen nation. Let's go to it. This is the book of Deuteronomy. Let's go right here. This is the book of Deuteronomy. Okay. Chapter 7 and verse 6. He said, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power Yahweh. You see, we are chosen people unto the Most High. Not to the whole world. Not to Esau. Okay, understand that. He said, the Lord Yahweh thy power had chosen thee. So the Most High chose us. Who? The Israelites. The so-called blacks, Latino and Native Indian. Understand that? Okay? Had chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself. You see, unto Himself. Understand that? Above, He didn't say equal. So we are not equal. There is no such thing as equality. There is no equality before the Most High. Okay? The Israelites still the Israelite. Understand that? There is no equality with the Most High. Understand that? The Most High created what? Good and evil. They are not equal. Understand that? The Most High created good and evil. Is good and evil equal? They are not equal. Okay, they are balanced. So we can be equal. Right? We can be equal. And Esau knows it. But when it comes to us trying to prove them that the Most High has chosen us, oh, they say we are the same. No, we ain't the same. So if we are the same, why are you asking my ethnicity when I apply for the job? Why do I need to tell you my ethnicity? Right? How come I am the last one to get hired and the first one to get fired? Why? What is it? It is like that. Okay? We are not equal, buddy. There is no such thing as we equal. No, man. Because if we all were equal, then the Most High will go ahead and save everybody. And that's not the case, man. That's not the case. The Most High is not saving everybody. Okay, let's read it. Okay, you say what? Let's jump right here, man. So we try and give understanding to the brother, man. Let's go a little bit more further, right? Chosen people, man. Chosen people, chosen generation. Understand that? So, you need to come out from it, okay? You need to come out from your lie, the doctrine of devils that you were taught. Let's read it, man. This is the book of the Most High. He got a chosen nation, a people that he chose. This is the book of, hey, hola, Señor, ¿cómo está? Bien. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verses 8. Let's read this. This is the history. This is the history of the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, Seminole Indian, according to your father. According to your father bloodline, all right? So keep that in mind. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verses 8. When the Most High divided to the nation the inheritance, so you got to understand, the Most High, he divided. The Most High never include, man. He's not with include, no, the Most High is not dealing with that. He said when the Most High divided to the nations the inheritance, understand that, okay? Since the time of who? The son of Noah. Since the time of the sons of Noah. So keep that in mind, okay? He said when the Most High, Yahweh, divided to the nation the inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, so you understand that the Most High never, he's not by equality, understand that? When he separated, okay, he severed the son of who? Adam. Wow, I thought we all equal. I thought we all the same. But the Bible said no, the Most High, he did what?